Yeah, it's me once again. Like I said, I'd be. I'm back. I just finished the other video because the subjects of that one are really not all connected to what I wanted to do for this one. And I talk a lot and I babble on about things happening in my life, but I don't really get to share a whole lot of my what I'm into, what my hobbies are. And yeah, I don't have a lot of hobbies, but the few I have, I really enjoy. Like you should. So I thought today, that this one's gonna be easy enough to move around. So I figured I'd share my start sharing my game collection. Just so you can kind of see where I'm coming from with some things, and where my kind of like where my passions are. Anyway, so I decided to because it's the smallest collection I've got, and it's the easiest one to move around. But I'm gonna start off with my Nintendo Switch collection. That's why I got Blaha right here. So I bought my Switch last year. Actually, it was on New Year's Day. And well, so far, this is my collection. That's not to say that I actually spent a lot of time playing my Switch. Um, the reason behind that actually has to do with streaming. Um, there's a part of me that really does want to get into streaming. Actually, it's a larger part of me that does. Um, Unfortunately, I don't have the equipment to stream off of a Switch, whereas I can on my PS5. So that's a lot of why I like to work with the PS5 mainly at this point, because if I ever get off my ass and quit fucking around and stop letting my fear dictate things, I will actually get around to attempting streaming. It's just, oh god, I've got two hangups on that. One is I have this horrible habit of throwing on some music through Spotify and my headphones, and I can't be listening to music and playing another game, commenting on that, or focusing on chat or whatever, or my own commentary, things like that at the same time. It's just, I'm not that talented. I don't have that capacity mentally to multitask to that level. So yeah, unfortunately, music wins out a lot of the time in that situation. That's the reason I've only streamed a couple of times in my life. And funny thing is, I think it's always been one of the Mega Man X games. They're on my channel, way back when. If you want to search for them, I did do a yeah. So I did a test stream at one time for the first X game. Um, I think I cleared about an hour and a half. Then I did X2. Actually, I had to do that one through a Share Factory because I wanted to add little commentary bubbles. And yeah, unfortunately, I had to break that one up into two parts because Share Factory has a 1 hour time limit for everything. Super annoying, but anyway, I had to do that in two parts. But then, about a year or two ago, I think it was the last time I actually streamed anything, and I streamed the original Mega Man X off the X collection again, and I actually wound up with my personal best that day as far as time goes. I collected everything except for the hidden weapon because everyone goes for that. I'm just like, you know what? No, I don't want to do what everyone does, so I just did the game, you know, my own way, and yeah, it turned out to be just over an hour from start to finish, which Yeah, it's not going to touch any speedrunning records by serious serious runners. But for me, it was personal best, so I was happy with it. But anyway, so if I ever get around to getting a computer with you know with more than a potato for a hard drive and a processor, I will actually get back into streaming. I need to get a capture card, of course, but we'll see. So once I got that going, I actually will try to dive into these games too. But as for what these games are, you know, I forgot the order I collected them in, so I got them as kind of alphabetically, not really, but yeah. Okay, so I think this was one of the more recent ones I picked up at Best Buy was Cruise and Blast. Haven't opened it yet. Plastic's still on it, so I'm looking forward to the day I crack it open and play it. Unfortunately, my backlog is so fucking massive right now. I'm probably gonna die before I finish it, and you know I'm not joking there either. On my PS4 and PS5 alone, it's over 500 games. Then I got the PS3. That's about 100 some odd games on that one. My PS2 has a few dozen yet, sitting on the shelf. PS1 has a handful. Then I got the Wii. Got the Switch here, of course. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be a long time. Let's see. Yeah. So this one, fitness boxing, I picked that one up. It was on a whim. It was late last summer, I want to say it was. I was thinking, you know what? They're making these games, and I was kind of looking at trying to solve this issue a little bit. So I thought, yeah, something that lets me get active. Well, the most action it's seen is when I open the box to take it out with the accessories that go with it. I have not even opened the plastic yet. So yeah, I'm doing great. And then I've got Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. That's actually the one that I bought with the Switch on New Year's Day. Funny thing is, I've installed it. I think I've launched it once, but I've never actually played it. And I'll tell you about that when I get done with the other games, because it's a recurring thing with a lot of games. That's why I haven't played them. But anyway, so Warriors Age of Calamity. That was a day one purchase for me because, well, price point. It was like $40. I was like, yeah, that sounds reasonable. And then I've got the Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, which this one is sealed at this point. I've actually got 2 copies of it right now, because I bought this one because it was actually available as for below retail price. I was having such a hard time finding it at all when I was actually looking for it before. And then I found that GameStop had it, and it was like $50. So I picked that one up, plus another one in here, and I received it, but fucking thing was, it was the card only, with a busted GameStop case, like no instruction manual, no artwork, just a broken sleeve or a broken case, and that was it. Just really. So I was on the hunt for the complete copy, and at the time it was like 80-90 bucks. No matter where I looked, it was always like 80-90 bucks. But I'm not paying that much for for the full version. So I let it sit for a while. I got that one maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, and pretty recently. I lose track of time. Side effect of getting old, unfortunately. Yeah, moving on here, got Super Mario Maker 2, which I played a lot of it when I first got it. Um, I designed a few levels, which mm, they were okay. I incorporated some ideas that were relatively decent. I thought a couple of boss marathons I put together, shit like that. And yeah, I did the 100 Mario challenge or whatever it was, and did that. I played pretty consistently for a couple of weeks, but then I just put down one day, never picked it up again. And now that my Switch Online subscription has expired, I'm like, well, now I can't access most of the game because you need to have that paid online shit to see other people's creations. That's pretty shitty, but that's the way they do it. And I've got Legend of Heroes, Trails to Azure, still sealed. And looking at the prices for this thing now, I don't think I ever want to take the plastic off. I'll just buy a digital download either on the Switch or the PS5 later on when I go to play it, because it's only increasing in value. So chances are really good that the plastic will stay on. Keep it as a collector's item for the future. Then I've got Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. Unfortunately, this one I did open and install. Haven't played it yet, but it is still complete in box. But yeah, really wish I hadn't opened this one. I mean, I know it'll keep its value pretty well over the years with the plastic still being off, but I wish I'd kept it, intact. And let's see here. So we got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Haven't played much of it yet, um, just because of the fact that the task of unlocking all the characters, the entire roster, is so daunting. I'm just like, I want to sit down and just marathon the fuck out of it just to do that. But it's really daunting to think of taking however many days it'll take to do all that. So, played it a little bit, not much. I've actually played more with my buddy Ryan on his copy up north that I actually have at home here. Let's see what's next. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is probably the one I played the most. It's the only one that I've actually bought any DLC for, just so you get the season pass and everything. Didn't have a lot of fun with it when I did play it. Haven't touched it for a long time either, though. Probably last fall, during the winter at some point. Probably last time I played it. But had a lot of fun with it. It's Mario Kart. You know what you're getting with it. Let's see what's next. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Unfortunately, I have not gotten to play it yet. It, however, is also opened. I did install it. I just haven't played it yet. Same shit as all these others. But yeah, looking forward to it. I mean, I never got to play it on the Wii because I never had that Motion Plus thing, so I just wrote it off back in the day. I got Monster Hunter Rise, which I picked this one up back before the PS5 version came out. It was only $20 to buy it, so it wasn't that big of a cash sink. Haven't opened it yet, mostly because I got the PS5 version, and as far as I've been able to understand, that one performs better, looks a little better. So This one stays sealed. So I got Super Mario 3D World. Haven't played it yet. Again, I have installed it. But this is one of those I really want to just take a few days, take a week, take a weekend, and just sink my claws into it and just have fun with it. Because the footage I've seen of it looks just incredibly fun. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get into that. Just I can just relax and enjoy it for the entirety of a weekend. That is on my to-do list. So next, we've got Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Now this one I've played a fair amount. I think, yeah, I finished the first two dungeons. Currently somewhere trying to find the third one. So it's been one of those that I want to get back into it. I'm just like, I really want to get lost in a world that I mean, I've done this before. I borrowed the original on the Game Boy from a friend, ex-friend, back in junior high school. I actually did beat the game without dying once, so I was pretty proud about that. But yeah, I want to get back into this, finish it out, but just having trouble getting motivated, Still, it is a good game. I'm just I don't know. It's hard to explain. Next up, we got Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. I mean, who doesn't have this game at this point? I played it a fair amount, I guess. I haven't really gotten too far in the actual story, because I was stuck on that fucking floating island for too long, just trying to figure out ways to survive in certain areas. Like what is it, the hot region on near the volcano area and all that. Yeah, I had a hard time navigating that. But yeah, this is another one really want to get through it, give it its due diligence, give it its due attention and respect, before I move on to Tears of the Kingdom. Still unopened. I bought it probably the second week it was out. Have every intention to just dive headlong into this one when the time is right, and just enjoy the shit out of it. And my backlog subsides a little bit more. And yeah, this is the other game that I bought off GameStop that one time. Where I spent $50 for the game. And yeah, this one is it's the first Octopath Traveler, which they didn't specify on the GameStop website that you were only getting the game card. You weren't going to get an actual case for it. So I got this ugly ass cart, muddying up my otherwise nice looking Switch collection on the shelf. I haven't played this one yet either. It's been installed, but like the others, installed, not played. And then I got Octopath Traveler 2, sealed, unopened, so I will see what happens on the first one before I dive into the second one. I do look forward to the opportunity, however. Then there's Super Mario Odyssey, another one that is unopened, not installed yet. I was kind of on the fence about buying it. I don't know. I was just thinking about the 3D Marios. Tend to be kind of gimmicky. which for me is kind of a turnoff. I mean, well, you had Mario Sunshine was all about that fucking water, that water jetpack thingy, and then we had um, oh, what was it? Shit, Galaxy, Mario Galaxy. Those two games, I just could not get past. All the footage that was always Mario running around on tiny little spheres. Like, what the fuck? That just looked terrible to me. So, but this one, I mean, you got everything's about that hat. So I'm just, well, maybe it'll be okay. I waited for a deep sale on it. It was like $35 I paid for it. So hoping I'll be proven wrong and actually like it, but I won't hold my breath. I got Super Mario RPG. Just got that one maybe 2 weeks ago. Got it on a good sale. It was I think $40 I paid for it, so it was on a good discount. I did play the Super Nintendo original, or on the SNES Mini, so I have an idea of kind of how it plays. Looking forward to the updated version with the quality of life improvements. I'm sure that are present. I just want to see what all the fuss was about. I actually haven't finished the original. I just played for a couple hours and I got distracted off other things. Got Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Haven't played any of the titles in the series, but I've heard good things about it. I've heard that the stories are good, combat's good. It looks like a nice, clean visuals. So I'm like, you know what? Give it a shot, see what happens. Haven't opened it yet. I got Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Yeah, this one I actually bought used because I could not find it new for a reasonable price at the time. But it's complete, so yay for that. I think this is the one that has Cosmos as a DLC character, so I might actually get the season pass on that one just for that. And then of course there's Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, the Golden Country. I bought that one because reviews were excellent on it, so when the time comes I get through the other two, this will be next. And finally, unsurprisingly, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And this is another one that, based on what I've been reading, I'm probably going to buy the DLC afterward because people seem to be raving about that expansion content. So I'll get it, probably. So yeah, that right there is the entirety of my Nintendo Switch collection. I got, what's it, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. I got 23 titles here, so that's about 1.5 games each month I keep buying since I got it. Whereas, no. And I can't math right now. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that. I mean, I'm a gamer. I always have been since I was, about yay tall. I started off on the Atari 2600 playing Mario Brothers. Yeah, figure that shit out. Nintendo games on an Atari console. What a crazy time the 80s were. Yeah. Apparently I played those games too much, though. Pissed off my parents pretty badly with that, with how much I played video games back then. But they couldn't deter me. Anyway, so that's my Switch library for now. It will inevitably expand as time progresses, but hopefully not too much more in the short term, because I got so many other games on other platforms too that I need to worry about. Anyway, I am going to shut this thing off now and upload this one plus the other one, and I will talk to you at some point in the future.